watch this. Business has picked up in Daytona.
Sparks are flying. Cars are moving all over the place.
Keselowski wasn't kidding when he said, I'm going to go out there and be aggressive. He has been all over the place.
He and Chase Elliott have been trading positions back and forth, doing some heavy side drafting, as you see right there. Keselowski get right down that quarter panel of that 24 car and then shoots away from him. That stalls that car out on the inside and lunges him forward and sort of pulls back that car. You'll be seeing this going on all night tomorrow.
Joey Logano, that yellow Ford, has the fastest lap. 46.01. That's within a tenth of what they ran in this practice last year for the Clash. Vince Welch.
Logano, that 22 team, dodged a little bit of a bullet at the end of that first practice. They ran over a piece of debris and punctured a tire, and on that last run of that initial practice session, and it wore the splitter more than crew chief Todd Gordon liked. So in between the two sessions, they changed the splitter out, put a new splitter on it. It wasn't major damage, but they had the opportunity to do it, so they went ahead and changed it out. But good thing they didn't have an issue after that punctured tire, that's for sure, out here at these speeds.
And that splitter, I mean, the edge of the splitter, that's all. You got to keep the edge of that splitter exactly like it is. You can't file it back. You can't taper it. It's got to be exactly like it when you bolt it on.
Well, Larry Mack can take a closer look with his Ford cutaway car.
Yeah, you don't see much splitter sticking forward of the nose of the car. So with our Ford cutaway car, I'm going to show you what's underneath with the super speedway splitter. See the red? That's only a ½ inch right there. But there is 5 inches of splitter, and it's made out of a hard carbon fiber material. It's not steel. So as you can see, even though you don't see a lot of splitter when the car's on the racetrack, there's a lot of material underneath there that can bottom out.
Yeah, and you wonder what's sparking underneath there. They actually will put some metal pucks in there that sort of are indicators of where they're at. I don't know all the details of that metal that's down there, Larry. Maybe you can elaborate that. But that's what's creating the spark. It's not the splitter that's creating the spark. It's either the bolts that are bolting it up there or one of those little tabs that they have hanging down there.
But yeah, the whole goal, though, is to get that splitter, to your point earlier, sealed but not bottoming out.
Well, look at Joey Logano get down side draft off of Chase Elliott.
It's pretty interesting right here, but that two car is doing what I've seen him do a couple of times here at restrictor plate races. When he gets in front, he is just really hard to get by. Watch him right here. He'll go low and pick up the 4 car of Harvick. Then he'll ease up a little bit, pick up the 88 of Bowman, and he'll just kind of work back and forth, keeping those guys at bay.
Chris Neville.
Well, Darrell, you're right. Brad Keselowski really likes to be able to move from lane to lane pretty aggressively, and that's what was missing here last year. He said the car was just nervous or edgy, and he couldn't do that. Well, they got it definitely settled down by the time we got to Talladega and Maine. Both Penske cars so dominant at the restrictor plate tracks later last year, and going into this race, once again, Paul Wolfe, as crew chief, said, I think we've got a car to beat coming into not only this week, but next week at the Daytona 500.
Let's see, here's a couple cars stacking up. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, right there, Joey Logano got a good run to get to the inside of Kevin Harvick. I thought he was going to actually get behind Harvick and give him the push to go by the 2 of Keselowski. Look at that.
Wow.
To do that by
right
yourself.
Up in front of him. Power move right there.
Impressive.
Yeah, this is when you figure out who's friend and who's foe. I mean, this is kind of really and truly driver orientation. Will you work with me? Will you let me in?
I see a big statement here. I see the 2 Penske drivers saying, get out of the way and follow me.
Oh, and they've been doing that quite a bit on the restrictor plate tracks, but
meanwhile,
look.
Mr. Lonely.
Mr. Lonely all by himself.
And I'm not so sure this is by Jimmy's choice. This is what's worked well for Chad Ganassi, the 48 team over the years. Of course, they haven't had great success in the Clash, but I'm going back to that move that Joey Logano made. That's why I believe you need to be out here doing drafting practice, because you need to make that move in practice to see how it works. Test it out now. Be out front like Brad Keselowski. Block these moves that are coming this way. Can I lead and can I keep them behind me? I think this is exactly what practice is all about. I know it's risky because we've seen some cars get wrecks and lose these race cars, and they don't want to do that. But I think you got to make these kind of moves to really know what you have.
They're messing with the guy right now, that 4 car, Kevin Harvick. He doesn't like this one bit. He wants to be the leader, and he's going to do everything he can to break that little party up.
4 rookies in this race. Jeff, what do they need to learn right here?
They just need to get experience. They need to understand what the cars are going to do in the draft, how they're going to suck up behind another car, how do you get momentum and get a run on somebody to not just get up alongside them, but complete the pass. And also handling. You know, is the car going to get light getting to the corner? And unfortunately, they won't really run enough laps, let the fuel burn, let the tires get old enough to where they're really going to see how the handling characteristics are going to be tomorrow when they're 2 or 3 wide.
Mike, you can't change from lane to lane to lane like you see Kevin Harvick doing. That is a good handling automobile. And we see our Sparkies out here tonight.